وندعو Miss Samantha Miles, Training Consultant, KnowledgeE.
At KnowledgeE, our mission is a more knowledgeable world. And it is our true honor and privilege to work towards this goal with partners such as the Egyptian Knowledge Bank through innovation, a commitment to excellence, and collaboration. It is a unique privilege to work with an organization who not only understands the value of human capital development, but actually lives those values every day. And that is why we are so grateful, honored, and enthusiastic about working with the Egyptian Knowledge Bank to achieve the mission of His Excellency towards achieving these goals. Wonderful. So what I would like to speak with you today is regarding, if you remember the earlier slides of Mr. Mahmoud Dawood, he had mentioned the top of the pyramid, phase 3, and he had mentioned some workshops and also some special projects, and so that's what I'm going to be highlighting for you all today. So particularly, if we look at the progress of the EKB Professional Services, I would like to begin by highlighting some work that we have done in collaboration related to capacity building workshops. We have been working on this project since 2016, and during this first year, we delivered 40 workshops. And if you remember that slide from Mr. Dawood, you would have seen topics that really had a large range of subjects, everything related to things like research design and methodology, statistical analysis for non-statisticians, applying for overseas PhDs, publication ethics, leadership, the list goes on and on. So that's how we started, and so we delivered 40 workshops, and the primary focus, like many of our colleagues in the room, was related to research publishing. And I'd like to share with you a little bit of data which is fantastic to note, which is that in 2018, total extrapolated from the first 10 months, and you've got this data is from Elsevier Scopus, so thank you to our colleagues. And in 2017 includes 5%, which is still being added to the database. And if you look at that chart, you can see really outstanding progress. So we're very happy to play a part with our colleagues in contributing to these outputs. As we progressed into 2017, the number of workshops that we delivered increased to 60 in a year. And again, the variety of topics was quite large, but this time we had a specific focus on contributing to university rankings. And in 2017, our 60 workshops were delivered to more than 2,100 university leaders. So what's exciting for us is that throughout this process for delivering the workshops, we have focused on a continual cycle, which is what do we need, how can we deliver it, how can we customize it, and how can we continually improve? And I think that it's worth noting that the agility that is conducted by the EKB has been essential in the success to these workshops. And it's a very unique experience when you can combine strategic planning to maximize efficiency with the agility and the fast pace of actually having a real-world impact. So to look at the course of the past 2 years and to see how quickly we've been able to really be out in the community and to be reaching people and to see these kind of impacts, it's very exciting and it's very invigorating. The outcome is that the Minister of Higher Education called for a new committee represented by all universities to focus on the 5 major rankings in 3 key areas, which were bibliometrics, university data, and reputation. And you can see in the chart there a brief description of the rankings methodologies. I'd like to also highlight a couple of important national projects that we have worked collaboratively on, which is the Committee for University Rankings, and as you see here, following the 2017 pilot project. And by the way, I want to interrupt myself because one of the unique ways that we have operated is by piloting ideas. So we've been able to pilot ideas in a small way to identify all of the ways that we can maximize our operations and improve our quality. And then we roll it out into these national projects. And so by doing this, we've really been able to ensure the quality and the consistency that is equal to the expectations for the national goals. So each of these members on the committee was trained in data collection and submission, reputation building, citation analysis, and we actually took them to Leiden University to do this, so it was a very unique project. Times Higher Education ranked 19 Egyptian universities in its recent launch, which is up from 3 before the EKV projects began. And so just to give you a little bit of figures, that is over a 600% increase, which is really an amazing accomplishment. QS now ranks 6 Egyptian universities among the world's top 1,000, which is up from 5 in 2017. Times Higher Education now ranks 3 Egyptian universities in its young, which means under 50 years old universities, which is up from 0 in 2016. And Times Higher Ed also ranks 3 Egyptian universities in its golden age, and what defines golden age is between 50 to 75 years old, which is also up from 1 in 2017. So seeing this increase is very exciting. I also want to highlight a special project that we have related to teaching excellence in medical education. So again, this was one of those special projects which began with a pilot, and then we got to roll out more thoughtfully and thoroughly in 2018. And so this particular project was taking professors from every single public medical school across Egypt and bringing them together for a very intensive professional development training program. And the topics that we trained these professors on included things like creating engaging classrooms, curriculum design, integration, most importantly, assessment and assessment design, curriculum mapping, quality assurance, and understanding how all of those things fit together as they make a huge reform in curriculum across the medical schools. It has been an incredibly successful program and incredibly rewarding. And so you can see that all of these faculties have submitted a new curriculum to the ministry. And this course, as I mentioned, had 50 hours worth of training for these professors, and it was done in partnership with the Military Medical Academy, Supreme Council of Universities, and the Ministry of Higher Education. And so with this collaboration, we were truly able to maximize the impact of the project, which, by the way, is currently also going on in 2018, and next month, in December, we will have our final culmination. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing the final results of that project. In addition to this, I would like to highlight some workshops that we have done for hospital leaders, and this included leadership courses specifically for these hospital managers. We trained professionals from 340 hospitals. Of that, 170 were considered the new hospitals, and 170 were considered the insurance hospitals. And these were hands-on and practical 40-hour workshops for each. If I could conclude, I would just like to share with you a personal story or a personal feeling that I have. I've been very fortunate in my role to actually be hands-on and in the classroom with many of the participants of our different workshops. And after working across the higher education sector in places like Australia and the United States, the UAE, and other Gulf countries, I can tell you that standing here and being a part of seeing their passion for sharing and receiving knowledge, for self-improvement, their dedication not only to themselves but to their countries, to their students, it's not only invigorating, it's inspiring. And so we're so grateful to be a part of this project, to contribute what we can to achieve this vision, and we look forward to more successful achievements in the years to come. Thank you so much.